July is a breakthrough month, Taurus. You heard it here first. Okay, let's take your first card. Buckle up. Buckle up for the Page of Pentacles. You're like, Slow and steady wins the race. Right, okay. It starts small. You're a Taurus, you're fixed earth. Top and the bottom. Yes. Oh my God. Mercury is retrograde during July, which is going to cause some real 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, 1 to the side, and then a do-si-do, and then back to the middle. Okay? Be prepared. There are massive gains to be had, but it's going to be weird. You get the Queen of Swords, and boundaries has been a thing for you for the whole of the second half of 2025 and the first half of 2026. I'm in Mercury retrograde shadow making these videos, so what can I say? Okay, you have the 2 of Swords, processing. When nothing is happening, everything is happening. Read my lips. When nothing is happening, everything is happening. Okay? You will have times in the month when you lose faith with that. I'm telling you now. I'm just writing it down. You should write it down. In fact, put it in the comments. We can abbreviate it. It's happening. Just put it's happening, okay? It's happening. Tell me about the heart of the matter. What do we really need to know for Taurus? What advice can we give Taurus? July 2026, please. My camera didn't work when I first did this reading, and this card came up then as well. King of Wands. This is like boss energy. And it can mean different things. I'm doing love and relationships in the second half of this reading. So it could be about that. Could be a fire sign or someone who is a little bit kind of... But it can also just be boss energy. Now, Taurus as fixed earth. And as I always tell you, you are the priests and the priestesses of the zodiac, which nobody ever says in the astrology books. This is about taking up some kind of spiritual leadership. Now that could really be a thing, like you're going to start running a spiritual group or a spiritual business, or just that you're doing what you do, but you're doing it at work or in your family. I would not be surprised if we get a visit from the High Priestess here, because I feel like this is going to be your superpower. For want of a better word. It always is your superpower. But we've got a lot here about money and about business and about accumulation and about energy growing and about knowing that something is happening when it seems like there is nothing happening. We also have the 2 of Pentacles. So not being afraid to try on hats, to switch really that energy around, whether it's about actual money and where you want to invest it, whether it's about your side hustle and how you want to do it, or anything to do with converting energy from something small into something bigger, and doing it with gusto with the King of Wands. There may also be, if you're looking to, I don't know, start a spiritual business, keeps coming up, but if you're looking to do anything career or project wise, this person could help you. They're very well connected. They've got a lot of riz, as the kids say. And they seem quite kind of generous of heart. We then get the 5 of Pentacles, which is Mercury in Taurus. This is telling you, as we sometimes like to forget, because we're humans, we're spirit on a human journey, and to be honest, I don't know about you, but I really feel like being a human is a real full-time job. I know that sounds weird, but I think you get it. I think you get it. This whole being a human business, it's hard work, isn't it? Remember as well that you're winning if you just get your pants on in the morning. I think it's always good to know that, especially, you know, if you've ever had periods of illness where you haven't been able to get your pants on in the morning, you kind of do realise that that is a gift. So I'm just saying that one of you needs to hear that. So yeah, just from me to you, my heart to yours, okay? You got up or you sat up in bed, it's enough. You got your pants on, ding, 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 jackpot. This is just telling you that it's difficult being a human, and we're all in it together, and you're kind of doing it. You have the seer quality, but you still have your 3D quality, and it's a difficult gig. Yes. And you have a lot of this. Yeah, maybe we don't all look like this in a sort of weird bra top, leather workout pant combo, but it's a feminine archetype, strength. And strength looks different in different ways, okay? Sometimes strength is finally getting out of bed. Sometimes strength is finally getting out of the house. Sometimes strength is going to a social event that you didn't feel you could go to. Whatever it is for you, we are starting humble and small. And we're also practicing gratitude. And definitely let me know in the comments just one thing that you're grateful for today. And it can be small, really small. And if you're really, really pissed and you're in a bad mood, just put the smallest thing. I do this sometimes when I'm really like, and I literally put my ability to use the toilet. You know, toilet control. Anything will do. Anything will do. Water coming out of my tap is one that I sometimes do. There it is. Okay. That's an unusual card. Oh, this is good, but it's difficult. First off, we get the Tower. I felt this card for other signs and it's not appeared, but it is appearing for you. So July's massive for you. August, we've got 2 eclipses. It's also big because Mercury is retrograde for a good portion of July, including the shadow period, all of July. So everything that we're doing that's kind of big and woof and all the rest of it is sort of happening while nothing is happening. It's got that Mercury retrograde feel about it that I feel like you can handle as Taurians, but a lot of people can't. They're like, where is it? Why don't I have a result? Okay. We have the Tower. I don't feel... Some towers you feel like left field, and some towers it's like an old guy in some worn out denim dungarees. I'm getting a channeled thing of this. He just turns up and he's got like the... I don't know what, I don't do any DIY, but they have like a thing and a hammer, and I've seen it happen, and they go around the brick and they just take it out carefully with wisdom, one brick at a time. Because actually, if you're really careful with bricks, and they can be expensive here in the UK, if you've got old Victorian brick, you can resell them, you can reuse them, you can repurpose them. So careful not to spoil the brick, but we're still just carefully taking that tower down. And I feel that energy more than I feel the sort of shit, lightning hit the tower and the whole thing just blew. Okay? 10 of Cups. When the lid blows, look what's behind it. Yes, it takes a lot to get to that, but by God, that is nice. I like this. This was waiting for you all along. This was waiting for you all along. Okay. I'm going to look at love. and relationships. That's a great card. Great card straight away. Jackpot. Ding, ding, ding. Penny falls, we used to call these in the seaside arcades. Do you remember those? Sometimes, amazingly, there would be a Casio digital watch, maybe just thrown on the top of the 10 pieces. Will you win it? A calculator watch, maybe. Woohoo! Ace of Pentacles, love and relationships. This is really important because you're a Taurus. And personally, and this is just me, I do love getting the Ace of Cups. I love the Two of Cups and all of the, like, you put the phone down first. No, you put the phone down first. You know, those really woohoo love cards. A bit like that one, you know. But, and you're going to know this more than most because you're a Taurus, and a Taurus needs solid reality, okay? As much as you need good bedding. If you know, you know. Tell me your bedding setup. I am a bedding queen. Do you go goose feather or synthetic duvet? How many pillows do you have? Then we get the Hermit. This is the pattern. It's like ding, 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 jackpot, ding, 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 everything out there. Oof, get back into your cave. It's the Hermit. Extrovert, introvert. Yes, oof, maybe. This is the energy of Mercury retrograde. It's like if it was on a graph, it would be like this in July. So also there is a quiet, because we started with our Page of Pentacles here, who's more important than he seems. There's a quiet determination for something to be solid, reliable, and with the Ace of Pentacles, it's like, will this last? You know, this is like a year hence. Ding, ding, ding. The Hermit, they call it offline in this. Taurians need time to reset and they need a lot of sleep. So I'm going to say some of this is happening while you're asleep. Sleep to Taurus is not just sleep. It's not just like physical restoration. It's like, it's definitely a massive power up. And I think some of the psychic shifts and dreams, just take note of what dreams you have, particularly in the first half of July, okay? Because they're gonna give you insights that are maybe going to be quieter during the day when you're up and running, and that frequency can't find you, okay? Then the Knight of Swords. You might be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but this is also insight, messages, something coming in. It could be an email or a text from somebody, but Mercury is retrograde, so it may not make all the sense you want it to. It may not take it exactly where you want it to, but it's movement, and we're grateful for that. This has come up for, yeah, there we are. This has come up for every sign. 9 of Wands, recharge. Don't rush. Do not rush. If this is a situation with somebody which you've been waiting for something, or you've been waiting for a message, or you didn't know you were waiting, but you're waiting, and then something comes in, don't grab it with both hands. Don't rush. And don't be pushed, and don't be hurried along. Okay? Keep your cool. We're in Ace of Pentacles territory here. Any move that is made in your love life, anything that happens, any kind of, God, it's giving me a really itchy back for some reason. Any kind of event, conversation, it all needs to be kept on the down low, kept in hermit mode, kept. And also I think there's very much a time to speak and a time to be quiet when it comes to your love life. And don't apologise for the quietness, but also don't expect anyone else to either. Okay? Ooh, this card's come up a lot too. There will be an extended love reading after this. You and me side by side. I do a deck for you, I do a deck for them, and I do a deck for the middle, what joins you and what also keeps you apart. Okay, so the link for that is below in the description box. Judgment. Ooh, this card. I want another card to go with it, and it's got to be you. Sometimes as a tarot reader, you're just like, really? Of course, really. Right, so I asked for a card to clarify judgment, which is about how something has its roots in the past. And I'm going to also say for you, which I have for nearly every other sign, that past life, weird, whatever it is coming into your love and relationships. So when I say you may get messages in your sleep, you may get dreams, I'm talking here about, just a second, card down. We have a card down. Card down, goose. We have everything happening when it's quiet, when it's liminal, when we're asleep, not in the 3D normal things, like maybe not even in your phone. You know, the message isn't coming in your phone, it's sort of coming from somewhere else. And then I asked the tarot about it, and we get the Hanged Man. When you have the Two of Swords and the Hanged Man in the same reading, the universe is saying to you, do that, do that, wait, go offline. It doesn't even mean you have to think about it either. In fact, I would advise you not to. It's about, yeah, flipping out, you're getting some big cards. It's about taking yourself into that precious Taurus space where you're not really conscious, where nothing is happening so everything can happen. It's like, most Taurians are really good with plants. It's like willing a plant to grow. You don't do that. You just plant the seed. That's the seed. Death card. It's a lot, isn't it? This is big. July is pivotal. We don't come out of July the same people that we went in, okay? We just don't. There'll be loads of astrological reasons and stuff for it. If you know them, put them in the comments. And we get the Devil. Death, the Devil, the Hanged Man, and Judgment all in a row. And the Hermit. These are not action cards. These are not reaction cards either. They are cards of introspection, quiet, keeping it on the down low. Flipping heck, this is a lot. Yeah. As I say that, we get 10 of Wands, overload. Do not underestimate how deep and significant July is going to be, but also how much you're going to need to say to yourself, cool your jets. You know, when nothing's happening, everything is happening. Yeah. You get the Chariot. I like this. The Chariot comes in when, and I call it riding two horses with one arse. And this is Mercury retrograde. In Mercury retrograde, you can ride two timelines. So something can be happening and not happening. It can be a yes or a no, but it can be those things together. So there may be two contradictions about your relationship, but you're not trying to solve them. You're not trying to make them into one. You're not trying to find the answer. Oh, I love that you get that as your last card. Right. We also get the King of Pentacles, which is where you rise from the Page of Pentacles. Normally you'd get the Knight of Pentacles. We might get that in the extended. And then you get to be the King of Pentacles. I like this because the King of Pentacles is someone you can rely on. And that's what you put out to the universe that you wanted. And then finally, the Six of Wands. I love this for you. It is so not easy to get there. But Taurus, you'll fix stuff. You don't expect it to be easy. I'm going to go do the extended reading. It is linked below. Do come and join me if you want a granular, super deep dive. You and me side by side. See you on the other side. Namaste.